And after some technical difficulties, we are back for part 2 of this morning's video. As I said earlier, we're going to do an experiment this morning, and our experiment is to see whether we can make glasses sing. And I'm not talking about the glasses that you wear, but I'm talking about glasses that you drink from. Has anyone ever tried to make a glass sing? It's really not terribly difficult if you know what to do. So let's try it this morning. All you need is a glass that has a very thin rim around the top. It must be very thin to allow the glass to vibrate easily, and we'll come back to that after we finish our experiment. The other thing you need is to fill the glass with a little bit of water. Doesn't take very much, just enough at the bottom. All you need to do then is dip your finger in some water, and you're going to start moving your finger gently around the top of the glass. It'll take you a moment maybe to find the right amount of pressure, and I'm going to set my glass down so that you all can see what we're doing. You're going to gently move your finger around, and you're going to start to hear some of the singing. I think we need a little more water. There we go. So you can hear the pitch that this glass makes with this much water. So what do you think will happen if I add some water to the glass? Now it's almost half full. Let's see if that changes the pitch. Let's get a little bit more water from this one. What do you notice about the pitch? Is it higher or lower than the first glass? If you said that the pitch was lower, you are correct. It is a little bit of a lower pitch than the first glass. So here are both glasses so that you can see the difference in the amount of water that are in each of them. Just a little bit in the first glass that we tried, and almost half full in the second one. Now the difference in pitch is because having only a little bit of water in the glass allows almost the entire thing to vibrate. This much of the glass can vibrate, meaning that it can vibrate a little bit faster and make a higher pitch. The second glass, which is filled almost halfway, only this much of the glass can vibrate, meaning that not as much of the glass can vibrate, and so it's going to vibrate at a little bit of a lower speed. The water actually slows down that vibration. And this goes for any sound. The faster something is vibrating, the higher the pitch. And the slower it's vibrating, the lower the pitch. If any of you play a musical instrument, I'm thinking maybe of the piano. If you look at the strings on the piano, the strings that are at the top keys, the highest notes, are very, very short and very thin. They vibrate very, very quickly. The strings that are at the bottom of the piano, the lowest notes, you play with your left hand, those strings are going to be very long and a little bit thicker. They do not vibrate nearly as easily and vibrate much more slowly, creating those lower notes. So that's our little experiment for today. I would encourage you to go ahead and try this experiment at home. Again, finding a glass with a thin rim and putting a little water in it. Make the tip of your finger a little bit wet and start running it around the top of the glass and see if you can make that glass sing. Do also take a little bit of time today to look through the assignments on STEMscopes. If you have not done so already, you have a new set of assignments for energy for this week. Thank you so much for watching this morning. Have a good week, and I will see you next Friday.